So today's topic we have is a topic that I truly believe in, and you said you can't wait. I can see that. Which is South America the best continent to live on? And in my opinion, the answer is hell yes. That's why I'm still here. You know, Africa was one of my greatest places, but you can't beat South America. You just can't do it. And one thing about me, when I find somewhere with good humidity and good heat, I can't leave. Now we had some Paraguay content earlier that was deleted, and it was deleted because if you want to know anything about these countries that are off the beaten path, you're gonna have to reach out to me directly. Do not expect to see much content coming out of Paraguay. Do not expect to see much more content coming out of Uruguay either. Chile and Bolivia, you will see content, but it will be very limited from now on. When I get back to Colombia and Peru, you will see plenty of content. When I get back to Ecuador, you will see plenty of content. But I'm gonna let you guys know right now. Yes, Ozzy, I know I'm paying attention to that. I'm getting. I cannot keep traveling every 7 days. I thought I could do that shit. I'm not doing that. I cannot sleep at night because I'm doing too much at one point right now. So it's not that easy doing what I do right now. I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do, like write a book. I'm writing a book. I'm trying to create content. I'm reading you guys smart remarks in the comments. I'm trying to date in real life, go to the gym. That's a lot of shit to do all at one time, while also uploading every day at the same time. Speak on what? What are you talking about? Uh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. So if you did not see the Paraguay video, the minute it was uploaded, it was about 30 minutes long. I'm afraid you most likely won't be seeing it. If you would like to know about Paraguay, you will have to book a consultation with me. If you would like to know full detail about Uruguay, you will have to book a consultation with me. That's what's going to have to happen. Because I already told y'all the dangers, don't burn yourself out. Maybe make it a monthly thing. There's no rush. So let me talk about this to a few of you incels. And I'm not talking about all of y'all are incels, but a couple of y'all are incels. When I make a community post and I say that I'm ready to start attracting grown women, that does not mean a single mother. I don't know where y'all got single mother from. Grown is a mentality. It's motherfuckers older than me that I'm more mature than, that I know personally. Like some stuff that some people are older than me, and I'm wondering how they haven't figured out some of the stuff that I figured out. So grown does not mean that. Yeah, I come off as immature. I don't give a damn. But that's not what I'm ready to start attracting grown women means. Just keep that as FYI. If you guys have been watching my content, you'll know that a lot of chicks that are not, like I said a couple months ago, they were below the standard that they should have been on the channel. And that ain't got nothing to do with Africa, and that's in general. You know, it's chicks that's been in Thailand on my channel that shouldn't have been on there. But y'all didn't see that. Now, yes, whenever you say take the intention, I mean, to travel more intentional, when you say take it more intentional, and you're saying do slower travel, Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing here because I was supposed to be in Chile in 3 days. I changed my mind. I'm going to be here for at least another 2 weeks, and then I'm going to jump to another spot, and then another spot, and then come back here. But constantly moving my stuff around, I'm not doing it. I've already paid for my spot for the next couple of weeks. We like our vloggers a little controversial. Yes, I'm glad you. I'm the guy for that. I'm the guy. I don't mind being controversial. If I had some alcohol, we could get real controversial today. But today we don't really have a topic that we're going to talk about. We're not. We don't have a topic that we're going to talk about. We're just going to do a freestyle Q&A. So we can tap in with the audience. You cannot blame Austin Holloman for the Brazil visa. There's no way in hell I am the reason that they want to implement a visa on a whole country. And the countries are not just the United States that's affected by this visa. It's Japan, Canada, United States, and Australia. I'm only from the United States. Okay? What's going on? I tell you one thing, I'm living over here in paradise. South America is paradise. So they said, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like I killed somebody. They said a lot of black bros are calling you out for Kate being a prostitute. I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I done already said what I done had to say online, number one. Number two, I don't know how many months it's going to take for y'all to understand that there is nothing you can say to me to get up under my skin. I don't care what she doing in 808. I ain't in 808. I'm in Paraguay. I'm literally on the other side of the damn world. You think I care about what somebody in Asia doing? I really dig the premiere video of Paraguay. That's one place I want to go out and set up residency. You can apply for a temporary residency and get an ID with that so you can travel. Yes, I did not know that, but I will do that. Again, if you want to know about Paraguay in detail, you need to book a consultation. But I'll give you guys something. I'll give you guys something. Compared from Uruguay to Paraguay, the food is a lot more authentic here in Paraguay. The food is a lot more authentic here. I'm gonna get to that comment here in a minute, Anonymous. It's a lot more authentic here in Paraguay because when I was in Uruguay, I don't care how much food I ate. It seemed like my stomach was like a bottomless pit of hell. I could not eat enough food to stay full. But here is I could eat one good time and it'll put me to sleep and I'll be full for the rest of the day. Now, Anonymous said, do I know that my income will take a hit doing what I'm about to do? Absolutely. Uh, Story time works just fine. Here's another thing you need to know, too. Here's how I know y'all really don't know who I am. My mom be thinking she know who I am. She don't even know what she be talking about sometimes. I had to tell her that. Now, my YouTube was not built off of me doing vlogs. That is like something I did when I moved out of the country. That's like I did not start off doing vlogs. I started off sitting in front of a desk. Actually, I started off sitting in the car talking. Then I sat behind a desk and continued talking. That's the original Austin Holloman. Not me doing vlogs. The vlogs did bring in a bigger audience and made it better. And we're gonna talk about the pro blacks here in a minute. But it did bring in a bigger audience. But I can always go back to square one, back to the basics, and sit here and tell you guys I don't need to do vlogs. I have enough stories. I have a book I'm writing. There's a lot of stuff that I have not said online that if I really want to have content, I can get on there and say it. Okay? Now, I was on the phone with my group chat earlier in the WhatsApp group. And there's let me turn this shit off on Instagram. Hold on. There is pro blacks, right? Not all the black American women, not all the so-called black American men. You know, when I was in Brazil the first time, and I was promoting dating in Brazil, they didn't like me. They said that I was a self-hater. I hated black women. I was talking bad about black American women, right? That's what happened. Then the whole Brazil situation happened. I went to Asia. I was with Kate. Now I really hate black women, apparently, to them. Black American women were shitting on me left and right. You know, black American women helped. They helped push the agenda that happened last year, well, earlier this year in Brazil. Then I go to Africa. I start in Tanzania. All of a sudden, black American women love me. Just magically. All of a sudden, they love me, y'all. All of a sudden, they love me. And then all these pro-black YouTubers are, Austin, I thought you were this. I thought you were that. What the hell did you think that for? So they thought all this stuff. And then as soon as I went to Romania and talked about dating a white girl, now they don't like me again. And now all that support that I had in Africa went from 100% to like 10%. Like 10% of them are still sticking around. Somebody said, if you don't see it from me, you'll see it from somebody else. That's fine. If you don't see vlog content from me, that's fine. I'm entertaining enough to sit here and talk to the camera. I can always interview. But right now, I need to focus on catching up with content. Like I told you guys, I have a book I'm writing about the Brazil situation in detail, the Africa tour, the months I spend in Asia, and then currently I'll be working on the South America tour. And then I guess some things I've learned about myself from traveling, what it's done for me. That's very hard to do while uploading daily, especially when I'm the one writing and doing it all by myself. Okay? So I have to catch up on that. I had to get the t-shirts out. Gavin's working on the t-shirts. We gotta get that. We gotta get that up. Now somebody asked me what's on my meal prep. Right now I'm not meal prepping. I'm just eating South American food, and I've gained weight since I left Argentina. My legs have gotten bigger. My upper body's gotten bigger. I'm gaining that same weight that I had last year in Brazil. because it's cheap in South America except for Uruguay. South America in general, Paraguay, Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, for the most part, you can eat large portions of food for cheap, which is why most people gain weight when they come here. It's just Uruguay. You guys seen on the video. I spent $40 sitting down and eating some chicken wings and fries and a drink, and that shit was $40. My average meal there was at least 20. They said Austin looks skinny. I don't know what the hell you talking about. So again, we're just gonna catch up on content. I really don't have a topic that I'm gonna talk about today. If you guys want to ask questions, this is the time to do it. Yes, I will do vlogs, but they will be very limited because right now I need to have my time. And it doesn't help that it's hot as hell out here either. That drains a lot of you too. He said I'm underweight. You don't know. I'm sorry. You do not know what the hell you talking about. I know you can make some people insecure, but that shit cannot. I used to be underweight when I was in high school. You're not ever gonna convince me that I'm underweight today. But yeah, are Airbnbs and hotels affordable here? Yes, they're affordable in Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina. But the only thing is, Uruguay is affordable when it comes to the housing. It is not that far off here. It's cheap here, but it's not that far off of Uruguay. A lot of people will not go to Uruguay because of how expensive it is. Uruguay is very, y'all are talking shit in the comments. Uruguay is very expensive. Yes, I'm gonna keep the mate in my life. I have my water right here. I'm telling you guys, I'm hooked on this for life. Cigars and mates. People said they're looking at pictures of Paraguay. I might pass. So I will tell you this. This is a beautiful city, good food, good weather, but there is not a lot to do. Like if you might get like for a week, you might get like a little rush, like, oh, like okay, this is great, this is great. But I can see just from traveling around the city, after about a week, if you don't have a close circle of friends or a job or something, you'll get bored. So this is a place that you would come to be in a relationship and focus on work. That's what I can see. And that's the Americans that I met out here. If you guys watch the video, the Americans that I met said the same thing. This is a place, this is not Brazil. This is not, yes, it is landlocked. I mean, there's a lake, but it's hours away, I believe. No, it's a lake. It's just a lake. It's not nearby though. It's not that close by. But what did I say? What did I say? Anyway, it's not Colombia. This is not Brazil. It's similar to Uruguay, where you guys thought Uruguay was boring. Uruguay wasn't boring. It just wasn't as busy as Buenos Aires. It wasn't as busy as Bangkok. It wasn't as busy as Nairobi. Like in Nairobi, Bangkok, Buenos Aires, 7 days a week, there's something to do. Not so much Buenos Aires, but there's something to do 7 days a week. Uruguay, not so much. Like even in Uruguay during the daytime, on the weekend during the daytime, it's kind of things really don't get nice until nighttime there. That's why Uruguay, Paraguay. There's a reason why a lot of people don't go to Uruguay, Paraguay. Is because most of us are single travelers. Most of us, I'm assuming, are not married people that want to live abroad. Uruguay, Paraguay is more living abroad married, not the mongerer, not the 7 day traveler, not the 10 day traveler, not the 2 week traveler. Okay? They said cigars are frying else's brain. No, I don't have a topic to talk about. I'm just freestyling today. Uh, so yeah, it's Uruguay, Paraguay, but those kind of vibes. Do not go to these two countries with the intent of thinking it's gonna be like Pattaya or like Sasua or like Rio, where you're just gonna be busy all the time. I'm telling you, you're not. I'm telling you, you're not. I'm only staying here because I need to relax for about a month. I'm not gonna go ghost because that killed my YouTube momentum. But I'm not gonna go ghost. But I'm just gonna tap in every now and then. Do not expect to see me as much. If you would like to reach out to me, you can book a consultation. I'm gonna write the book in this time. But I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna analyze the dating scene, and then I will get back and tell you guys after a couple weeks, because I don't see me having real intel. The dating here moves slow. Like, I don't know why I snapped if I'm saying it, but it moves slow. It's not where you can come right here and just jump right in the mix. That's Nairobi. But again, that's why I travel to different places, because I have more of a diverse content. I mean, a more diverse audience for my content. I have married people that watch me, single people that watch me, people in high school that watch me, people that are too old to travel, or not too old to travel, but they just don't travel, they're older, that watch me, that want to know different places. Nairobi, Kenya, I would never tell a 70-year-old to move to Nairobi because it's too busy. But I would tell a 70-year-old to come here because it's safe and it's slower. You guys that like to go to the DR, you guys that like to go, hold on. You guys like to go, that like to go to the DR, Rio, Pattaya, Bangkok. This is not for you. This is not for you. This is similar to Zambia. Okay? Similar to Zambia, just a little more developed. It's a getaway. It's a getaway spot. When you guys, if you guys saw the vlog, you just seen people going to work. It's not really a lot of people just out just kicking it like it would be in a DR or somewhere like that. And yeah, Anonymous, you're right. The pace he said isn't sustainable. Yeah, absolutely not. Traveling every week. See, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I could still travel every week, no problem. But doing YouTube and trying to live a normal life and travel, no. You guys know I started a fitness channel. I've only been able to upload one video. I have other videos recorded, but I have not gotten around to even touching on those videos because I'm so busy trying to do what I got to do with this and live a normal life. I want y'all to stop saying this shit. It can't be all women. If you have been watching me since January 12th, you would know that my content from that day after has not only been about women. Like, I've been to entire countries several times. Vietnam, basically Cambodia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, not Zambia, Ghana, Senegal, Uganda, and have never showed y'all a woman in the video. So the fucking content's not about women. Romania poll, not about women. I'm gonna bring up dating topics because I'm here to inform you guys on living abroad. That's part of living abroad. But this is not a red pill dating channel. But I notice a lot of people have been saying that, and it's just not true. They said Austin has done fucking hella bitches and wants a main chick. Yes, that is true. That is true. That's why I said I want a grown woman because I think I fucked enough O's. It's how your content comes off and your viewers are telling you. Well, if you feel that way, stop watching my shit. Stop watching my shit. Anyway, no, I haven't seen that. Seeing women in videos alongside you is motivating. Yeah, but there's a difference between a woman being alongside me in the video and being the video, right? Kate was the first girl that you saw be alongside me in the video. When I was in Brazil, the women were the videos because I was interviewing them and talking to them, and the video was about dating. He said it's somebody building a sword. No, they're doing a lot of construction right here, right next to me. Yeah, it's a lot of hate watchers. You know, you got some miserable people out there, man. Better head back to Brazil and get a real one. And now I'm not saying these places I've been to don't have good women, because Uruguay had good women. Argentina did too. I think had I knew some other Americans there that would have shown me where they were having success at, maybe it'd been a little different. But I've met some chicks from Argentina since I've left. I'm not answering that question. So I'm gonna read a couple super chats and then we will talk about. We'll do a Q&A. I'll give you guys a chance to do a Q&A. David Pender said 2 to 3 months in a country is perfect. 10 days we're moving too fast. Yes. Like the time I had in Argentina. I think if I do 2 vlogs per week, which I hate doing that, but if I do, because I like to vlog every single day because I can have a topic of the day. Or maybe I could just vlog every day for a week and only release 2 of those videos a week at a time. Maybe, I don't know why I didn't think of that. I could do that, but not every country is worth staying in 2 or 3 months. I'm not gonna say worth, but like I stayed in the Philippines for almost a month. I was there 3 weeks, and yeah, it's not that, like, I wouldn't do that. That taught me that I shouldn't do that just to do that. I should only stay in countries that long if I actually enjoy them. I couldn't imagine being in Cambodia longer than 10 days. I was there 10 days. I couldn't imagine being there longer than 10 days. I couldn't imagine being in Zambia a month. It depends. Thank you for the super chat. Night Coder says Kate was a thought, a belly warmer, if you will. I appreciate the super chat, and we'll touch on that. Your original Africa content formula is perfect with the women, even though they were aggravating to deal with. Yes, and they were not all of them, but a good number of them were fucking con artists. So you recommend Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay to black men, or just black men that look like you? Hmm. Well, what do I look like? Because I'm darker now. You remember when I was in Argentina and they try to say, "Oh, you're only getting privilege because you're light skinned." I'm telling you that after 1 week of me being here in Paraguay, I'm walking around the outside so much and it's so hot. I will be a 2 shades darker, and I will go back to Argentina. And we'll see if y'all still saying that same thing. But I've seen guys get darker than me get results in Argentina. I've seen guys lighter than me get results. Now I think the darker you are, it might be better because you're a little more exotic. I notice women. I notice non-black women tend to go for dark guys, like the darkest. Like they want, like when they want black, they want black. I guess just like when I'm dating a white chick, I don't want a black white chick. I want a chick that's white skin and white culture. I don't want you. I want you to be something completely different. I think they go for darker dudes. Now, if you're saying look like me, as in cut your hair, go to the gym, wash your face, brush your teeth, yes, I would recommend that worldwide. Thank you for the super chat. Let me put a Q&A in the chat. Let me do this. Let me just bring on. Let's do a panel. Let's do a panel. That'll be our Q&A. Also, you guys, if you guys, now that somebody send me a cash app, if you guys want to support me while I have my downtime to write this book, get these t-shirts. The t-shirts look really good. Get the t-shirts and do live streams here and there, maybe twice a week, and I'll give you guys an update on what I'm seeing here. Hit the cash app. $1 is all you need to send. $1 helps. But we got a $5 cash app from Abdul Dali. I can never say his name. For Get Floyd down there. Yes, we will have a talk about Floyd coming down here. I've already talked to Floyd about this already, though. I'm gonna sit right here until the sun goes down completely, and I'll stay on a little bit afterwards. But you guys got me for the rest of the day because I'm not uploading any more vlogs. You guys will just see me talking, stuff I'm learning, things I'm learning about traveling, new advice. That's what you guys will see. They said, by the way, cigar is an older man's habit. It does give you the demeanor of a man from age 38 to 48, which is good. You know why? Because I don't know too many women that wake up in the morning and say, I want a man that behaves like he's 18, or I want a man that behaves like he's 25. They never, they don't say that. I can guarantee you they don't say that. They say they like men that are older, like the old guys say. Like I like Kevin Samuels, but listening to his advice and Andrew Tate's advice, you'll be fucking miserable. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if you listen to their advice, they make it seem like you had to be just eating shit and have your head in the dirt and just work, work, work for 20 years, 15, 20 years. And then when you're 35, now you can finally have sex. Like that's what I know that's not what they came off. And I know it's not they were saying, but that's what it came off like. Yes, I am tanned. Yeah, they focus on self improvement to the exclusion of everything else. Yeah, so when that's what you have to keep in mind whenever you're listening to Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuel stuff, and they only talk about, oh, you should spend your 20s working on yourself. So when I was 20, well, I'm still in my 20s, but when I was 19, 20, 21, and I'm hearing that, to me, the only advice they gave me was you should be working, building this account, building this savings account. Man, I tried that shit for 2, 3 years, and I started thinking. I said, damn, I woke up one morning. I said, I don't have a fucking life. I'm listening to advice of just work, 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 work. When am I? Am I supposed to date? And then you got this thing of, oh, while everybody else is hanging out at a party, you should be working. Fuck that, man. Talk about the other part where I get to enjoy the fact that I woke up this morning. I don't want to just sit around and work all goddamn day. Yes, you should spend your 20s working on yourself like I am. Like I'm building my online presence right now. But at the same time, you are still a human being. Like that's not even feasible to think that you could just sit there and just constantly work. No, I'm telling you, all that red pill shit is bullshit, man. Not all of it, but I'm just saying, like, on surface level, a lot of stuff that they're saying is misleading. Very misleading. Even when you listen to rap music, they talk about how they. That's why besides women, the United States is just toxic in general. Like everything is about work. Everything is about getting your money up. These motherfuckers don't even talk about when you're supposed to spend the money. Tell me how to get the money up, then tell me how to spend it too. I'm not just making money just to have it shit. I want to spend it. Shit. Man, I got tired of hearing that shit. Kevin Samuels means don't focus on women at that time. You shouldn't focus on women ever. No. But the way how they came off, they made it seem like they should be irrelevant. I think I've heard Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels say, oh, you shouldn't be worried about women at all. Who the fuck, nigga? I'm not gay. I'm not, and I'm not about to be jacking off for no 15 years. You can kiss my ass. You can kiss my, I'm not about to be jacking off for 15 years. Like, that's bullshit. I mean, I thank God I got a mind of my own because, yes, I was influenced by that kind of stuff. But after listening and just thinking, I'm like, man, these dudes don't never talk about. So all I'm supposed to do is work, go to the gym, put money in a savings account, and work on my credit. What about my social life? What about that? Can you guys talk about that part too? Can we talk about that? Because when I was cutting hair in Dallas, I had plenty of money. I had plenty of money coming in. But I didn't have plenty of happiness. And there's Patrick Brown is watching my live. At least he was a minute ago. He's one of my friends, but he used to be one of my clients, right? Nah, bullshit. He used to be one of my clients too, and he can tell you I was not that happy because I used to complain like a motherfucker about how I wasn't happy. They said social life can come in a few years. Fuck that too. Social life can come in a few years. No. What if I'm not here in a few years? What am I gonna do? Die just thinking I was doing self improvement. Kiss my ass. Social life will come. How the hell are you gonna build a social life when you always at work? You can't build a social life always at work. Look at me. I'm getting on YouTube to tell you guys about how I'm about to stop traveling. Yes, traveling is vacation, right? But for me, it's not. It's work. I have to record and edit. I can't just go to these countries and then go out on dates and wake up when I want to, like I'm really on vacation. I have to work. So when this is what I'm talking about. So when people come on and they say this, oh Austin, how you ever thought of, well, how come you didn't open a business in Brazil? Okay, so let me go back. I'm supposed to date in real life, go to the gym every day, build my credit, save money, open a business in Brazil. That's a lot of shit to do at one time. And do YouTube. And then they give me advice to write a book. People are saying it's all about balance. How the hell do you balance all that? It's only 24 hours in one day. You can't do that. Oh, they said 24 hours a day and you only sleep 8. Okay. That gives you 16 hours. Most of you guys drive to work. Okay? So let's go ahead and subtract an hour and a half. Now you're down to 14 and a half hours. You got an 8-hour workday. We already at less than 10 now. Then they want you to read books. They want you to read books. What I'm telling you guys is they say you don't drive to work. I'm not the average person. The average person ain't living my lifestyle. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. The average person is driving to work. Now I'm working on myself. Me doing this live stream is working on myself. I'm building. This is part of my portfolio. Me going on this rant is building my subscriber base. So I'm working. I'm building my shit. Can't nobody tell me about work ethic. How many of these passport bros or other travelers is posting vlogs every single day? Shorts. How many people have been to 18 countries this year? Because I've been to 18 countries in 2023. And you would talk to me about work ethic? A lot of these dudes that travel can't even be consistent in the gym. I'm working every day and consistent in the gym. And you want to talk to me about work ethic? Ain't a motherfucker on this planet ever been able to tell me about work ethic. Ever. So that's not gonna work. But again, listen, when you're listening to influencers, including myself, I'm my own person. I have my own life experiences. Take what I say with a grain of salt and take it into reality. For example, we talk about choosing signals and cold approaching. Cold approaching has been working for centuries. But hey, if I get online and I say it doesn't work, you don't have to believe that. That's just what I believe. But just take my perspective. Take Andrew Tate's perspective, but do not take it for literal value. We got a couple cash apps and super chats. So we got a $2 cash out from Tony. You got to invest. I made $100 in 10 minutes. Please send me an email how you made $100 in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Then Daniel Jackson sent $15, said, for your honesty. They put heart for your honesty and growth. Be well and safe. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. You stay safe as well. Tony sent another $5 for my boy tan like a butterball turkey. Yes, I am. And I'm going to be even darker. I'm going to be darker than that Cuban that y'all saw me with in Argentina. Johnny Bolivar sent $10 for please say. Sorry, I didn't see that. I'll remember that. Devon sent $1 for the Brazil campaign. Thank you very much for the cash apps. Now, another thing, there's a lot of stuff. I've been so busy trying to do content. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to do. My tailor in Kenya, him and I talked months ago about starting a clothing line because I like to model in his clothes and I have a platform and I have a following and I could easily make money off of that. That's hard to do that when you're also traveling to a different country every 10 days and making YouTube videos about it. And trying to write a book. Melvin Schumer, yes. That's one way. I smoke cigars. I could start a cigar line when I get to Nicaragua. But that's another thing I got to do. It's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but I have to do things one at a time. We got another super chat. Bro, this yerba made hits. Order it online. Yes. And here in Paraguay, they don't drink their yerba with hot water. They drink it with cold water, which I was drinking it with cold water too because I'm not always around hot water. But I'm telling you guys, this is the best drink that they could have ever invented. It's the best drink ever. My confidence is on 10. I've been cold approaching because of the drink. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't need it, but it keeps my mind nice and sharp. I drink that first thing in the morning, and I instantly get energy, and my charisma is through the fucking roof. Any woman I'm talking to is in love with me because I'm drinking. I went on a date last night, and she was like, "Wow, I did not expect us to vibe like this." I told her it was the mate. That's what I told her. I can't send a cash app from my country, so here's a super chat. Thank you very much. What country is in? Okay, thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. Chris McDonald says, best nations for black men versus the bad nations. The best nations that I've been to as a black American that I would recommend you go to feel the most welcome, safe, and to have the best lifestyle, the places I've been to is Kenya, Tanzania, Brazil. Yes, I know Brazil has racism, but we are talking from a black American, meaning that we're not even Brazilian, so that is most likely not going to apply to us. And if it does, not at the same condition as it does the local. Brazil, Colombia. I can't say Paraguay yet, and I wasn't in Uruguay long enough to judge that. I wouldn't say Argentina, but I wouldn't say Argentina was the worst either. Those are the ones I would name. The worst ones, what did I have the least welcoming? Actually, there's not really been any place in the world where I didn't feel welcome. What do y'all think black men are not welcome at in the world? In Paraguay, it's pronounced Paraguay. It's like Paraguay, Paraguay, Uruguay. I think it's like pronounced Uruguay, right? Uruguay. So we got a caller in the back room right now. We're gonna go ahead and bring him on. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on with you, Austin? Nothing much, brother. I'm chilling. How you doing?
Good, good. I'm doing damn good actually. How are you?
Okay, doing good. Appreciate it, man. I just wanted to hop on the line just to give you your congrats, man. I love everything you're doing, and just have to let you know that, man. I think a lot of times you don't get your flowers, and I think people need to be a lot easier on you and give you some grace because you're doing what a lot of people can't do.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. It's
Mhm.
stressful for sure.
Oh, I'm already knowing, man. As you know, us being brothers as well, and you traveling to a lot of places, people not going. They don't understand a lot of what goes into what you do and creating content. It's not
Hmm.
easy. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So where
but
have you been to?
oh, have I been to? I've been to Jamaica, Cabo, and Mexico. Going to Panama in like another month. So I'm kind of new to the passport game. I don't have too many stamps on my book, but we getting there. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
make sure you check out Kenya for sure.
You said Kenya's a good one. How'd you like it over there? It was all right.
I was there. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I'd still be over there right now. I would have never found out about Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina because I'd still be over there.
Okay, for sure. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I think because where are you at right now? What country are you in?
Paraguay.
Paraguay. Okay, yeah. It seems like you kind of hit the jackpot out there. I see you talking good about it. I don't think anybody's ever been to Paraguay. Not,
Paraguay,
yeah.
Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina. They're definitely
Hmm.
all of South America. I think I haven't been to all of South America, but I think all of Latin America is going to be very similar to the
Got you.
vibe you get.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, man. I'm gonna definitely have to get on that. But yeah, brother, I didn't mean to take up too much of your time because I'm actually on my little lunch break as well. But I'm working fully remote, so I'm at the house.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. I would have been gone.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
different. Like you said, we don't got to drive or nothing. I put a car cover over my car, bro. I don't even drive like that, to be honest with you. So I know that
yeah.
feeling. But yeah, man, keep doing your thing, brother. I'm about to hop back in the chat. But yeah, I just have to tell you, I respect you and I love what you're doing. So
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
all right, for sure, man.
Thank you. Foreign only left a super chat. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Do me a favor, Floyd, and call into the show. We need to talk about your date night yesterday. I didn't get to watch it yet. Yes, sir. I'm looking at the camera. I have gotten a lot darker, like a lot darker. Shit, my tattoo's about to blend in a minute. Put a one in the chat if you want to go over Floyd's date night he had yesterday. Oh, we got a bunch of ones. Floyd, call into the show. Bonita Mujer. Paraguay is a place that if you come here, you will take a shower 3 times a day. It is almost 100 degrees, and the humidity is so high, you would think that you were next to the damn ocean. Like, I usually put on body oil after I get out the shower. I don't think I need to buy that anymore. Like, I literally think I no more coconut oil. None of that. We got foreign only. What's going on?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. And before we start the conversation, I got the red shirt on, so yeah, y'all can be mad all y'all want. But how you doing, Austin?
I'm doing good. I'm loving the heat.
Sounds fantastic, man. I'm definitely going to have to check out Paraguay. Seemed like a good country.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Traveling the world, man, has been one of the greatest experience ever. Like, it's life changing, man. It makes you rethink a lot of things. Very life changing. Very life changing.
Okay, so tell me about your date night. What happened? First of all, let
So,
me ask you this. Let me ask you this first of all. Do you think South America is the best continent for Americans to move to?
yes, I believe that. I believe it depends on the country, though. It depends on the country. Argentina, no. Well, that's because personal experience. But Brazil, oh yeah, Brazil is where it's at. It's where it's at.
Okay.
So,
So what was what happened last night on this dating show?
okay, so we had like 10 guests, and it was me, no reservations, and 8 other guests. The only name I remember was, what was her name? Delena, Danielle. It was Danielle, and there was a other guest like Priscilla, but she wasn't really smiling like that. So we asked some questions. I'm nervous because there's like 8 women on the panel. You know what I mean? I'm nervous. I never had that many women at one time, so I'm really really nervous. So I'm asking general questions, trying to gauge what they want to talk about, trying to warm up to them, and I'm thinking of more questions to ask. So I ask them all the same questions. I say, you're like, do you ever want to come to the United States? Can you tell me more about the culture and the food? What's fun things to do in your city? And then the chat, man, the chat's going in on them. They just going in, literally going in, bro. And I'm like, oh no. So they're reading the chat because I'm thinking they're just going to talk smack about me. So I'm like, I'm not worried about me. But when they went in on those women, they all started reading the chat. And all of a sudden, they just left. And we briefed them on what we were doing. Like, we told them it was going to be pretty much a general panel. It's a date night panel, but it's also like, we're going to talk about the culture. We're going to talk about everything, infrastructure. We literally told them what we're going to do before they got on there. And they knew. But I think the reason why they left was because the fact that so many people was talking smack, talking crap. I ain't going to curse on your live, but
You can curse.
man, I don't want to curse, man. YouTube, man, I don't want nothing to happen to this live, so I'm gonna keep it PG. So, yeah, they just, I don't know, man. I think it was a combination of things. I think it was the chat, and I think it was more, maybe they were just uncomfortable. I don't know, but they agreed to come on the live, and no reservation didn't set me up. No Reservation's a very good guy, and I'm going to work with him again. We're going to do more lives like this. And we really want to continue to do these type of lives, but we can't have the chats, the comment section do that. We can't have that, man. We're trying to show you what's possible outside of the United States, and that's the goal of that, to show you what it is, and to give you guys a different perspective from a local that lives in Brazil or lives in Poland or lives in Chile or, maybe even Argentina. Like we're trying to give you guys a perspective, and the chat is just going in and in and in and in. I'm like, oh shit, I'm already thinking they about to leave. I kind of felt it. Like I felt like, especially when Priscilla started looking at me, because you know how you got the panel, you can tell they looking at you. She was mean mugging me. Like she was mean mugging me, and I'm like, oh man, this is about to go horrible. But Danielle stayed, and she did a very good job, man. And we're gonna have her on future panels because she is a champ. She was laughing, having a good time. And I don't want to fully blame the chat, man, but that definitely contributed to them leaving, because they're not used to that. They're not used to people coming in, and they're not used to people talking smack. Me, I can take it. You know what I mean? It don't bother me. You know what I mean? It does bother me a little bit, but for the most part, I can take the heat. People make videos about me and all that stuff. I can take it. It's not that big of a deal to me. But those are regular women. They never been on panels. They never been on live. It's their first time, man. So in the future, I hope you guys, when we do this again, I hope you guys are very respectful. And I gotta have some accountability, but I take full responsibility as well because it is my channel that caused it. So I'm gonna take full responsibility. So it's not No Reservations' fault that this took place. Okay, you guys gotta take responsibility. I know I'm gonna get some heat for saying this, but we want to show you guys what is possible. We can't allow American women to win. Okay, by you guys running off the host, you're pretty much saying American women are winning because now they're gonna make hit pieces on me, which they already have, and nobody wins. The only people that win is people that don't like us. That's who wins. That's literally who wins. People who don't like us. Me, no reservations. Even Austin, we're trying to show you what's possible out here. You know what I mean? We want to show you the truth and what the reality is, so that way you can make an informed decision on who you want to go out and what country you want to go to. That's the whole point of doing this. We want you to be happy. We want you to be successful in relationship. We want you to be married. Because personally, what's going on in America right now, it's just not. No, we gotta do something, and the only thing we can do is walk away, because we can't engage in it. And stop paying for OnlyFans, man. Y'all need. I know that some people pay for OnlyFans. Y'all got some people. If y'all pay for OnlyFans, stop that shit. Stop it. Not it. But yeah, No Reservation, man. He's a good dude, man. He did not set me up in any way. He's a very good guy. We're gonna work together in the future. We're gonna work together, and we're hoping that we can continue to do these on a weekly basis, and maybe even make it a what do they call like a not daily but every other day, because we really want to do this and we want to show you guys the world. We want you guys to have an informed decision. That's all we want. We want you guys to be happy, even though y'all be talking smack towards me, even though y'all mad at me, whatever. I want you guys to be happy. That's the goal. If look, I'm the guy. I'm the below average guy, right? If I could win, you can win too. Okay? And I want to be that guy. I'm the underdog. I'm the guy that if it's like this guy, if he can do it, I can do it too. And I hope you guys really understand, man. We want you to win. We want you to win out here. We want you to be happy. Because what's going on back in the United States is not cool. And I'm gonna stop talking about you, but we want you to be happy. That's what we want. And when you guys run people off the panels, all you're doing is allowing these women to win. That's what I think. Oh, they ran off the panel. Now American women gonna be on my ass. Oh, he ain't nothing. Look at him. What is he doing? He can't get a girl in Brazil. This guy right here. That's what you're doing. American women out here are winning. They're laughing at me, bro. They made videos about me. They're laughing at me. But you know who it benefits? Them and the trolls. And guess who it don't benefit? You guys. Because they're not giving y'all the time of day. They're not giving me the time of day. You know what I mean? So I'm out here doing what I can, taking all this risk, putting my neck out. No reservation, putting his neck out. Austin's putting his neck out on the line for you guys to make an informed decision on which country to go to. We're the guinea pigs, okay? We're the guinea pig. So when we travel, we want you to see what's going on. Okay, this guy had a good time. If Floyd's doing good over here, I'm going to go here and check it out for myself. But if Floyd's not doing good over here, well, why am I going to go? You know what I mean? If he's having problems, I don't want to go. So No Reservation is a very good person. He did not set me up. Stop going after him. He didn't do nothing wrong. And that's just the way it is. So any comments? Any comments, guys?
No reservations.
What's good, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Long time since you've been on the panel, like a year plus.
Yeah.
We talk on a daily basis, but it's been a year plus since he's been on the panel.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, man. I just wanted to pull up because I appreciate that, Floyd, for saying all that. So I've been doing this show for quite a while, for a few months. And if you look at my resume, if you look at my channel, what transpired last night never happened. I get all walks of life on the channel. I get all different types of girls, and the purpose of date nights is not actually setting people on dates. It's just to have conversations, talk about culture, talk about dating dynamics, talk about travel, talk about, oh, you speak 4 languages? It's a chance to show Americans, it's a chance to show the American culture and also show the Brazilian culture or this, that, and the other. And it's also a chance to show how we do it. And that was a bad representation on how we did it. We didn't represent us right. Because fortunately, the girls, they didn't write me back. They didn't write anything bad. And, that was our time to show them, like, yo, this is how we respect women. And if you look at my past, all my past live stream, that never happened, but it happened last night. You want to call it a coincidence? You want to call it by chance? You can call it whatever you can. So I'm not like Austin. I'm not like I'm more. I'm super humble, but I can confidently say that what I do, I'm good at. I can talk to women. I can have a panel on women. I can recruit women. And that's what I was doing. So last night, that was a rare thing that had nothing to do with me. That had nothing to do with the question I asked, because I've been doing it. And I ain't had no problem since last night. And then also the setup. People saying I set him up. Nothing. Floyd don't have an issue, so I don't see why people have an issue. If Floyd had an issue, then it would be an issue. If Floyd don't feel like it's set up, it should be a case closed and we should move on, right? We should move accordingly and be like, all right. Because Floyd, me and you talked.
Yeah, we talk every day, almost every day.
We said that we're just going to have a normal conversation. We just want to know about the culture, right? So maybe next week we could have some people from Costa Rica on, or maybe Bolivia, Chile, Poland. But how can we do that? I mean, we all know how women are. They're emotional creatures. Like if they're on a panel and they're looking at these comments, especially not media trained like Austin, myself, or Foreign. They never did this before. This is probably their first time on a podcast. They're probably going to never do it again.
Yeah, that's a bad representation of Americans, bro, unfortunately.
Let me read this really quick before you keep going. No reservations. Noisy MacBook said, Floyd, what do you gain by telling a panel full of women your channel while you have a live chat going on?
What do I gain? Tell them the what? What do you mean? What does he mean by that question? Like, does he mean like? Yeah, well, the women on the panel can see the live chat. Like they can see everything we see. So, like, we didn't tell them, that there was a live chat, going. It's just they can see that. So
We have another from Mississippi B. He said Cap. Mr. Black also says Cap. Thank you for the super chats. Cool Cat says Floyd realized trolls are watching and waiting to sabotage everything you do. Women you interview will be called a poor pro and every other name. Absolutely, I agree with that. Gavin Turner, a $5 super chat says supporting the show. Thank you very much. Minor setback, but better show moving forward. Looking forward to Austin and No Reservations collab and another future date night with Floyd. Yes, that will be
that's
coming up. And since I am not doing as many vlogs, you guys will see more content like that. Like I said, more talking points and more stories and descriptions and dating night shows like what No Reservations does here. Thank you very much. Go ahead and continue.
Yeah, I don't even do monologues like this, but I just felt like I had to like pull up. Um, so me and Floyd been talking about what the show concept, even though it says date nights, it's not literal. It's not a literal date nights. We're not doing speed dating. You know what I mean? The whole idea was just to chop it up and just get to know each other. And whatever happens, happens, right? And Floyd already knew that before we went into the show. The girls already knew that before we went into the show. I did 2 talks before we started the show. I always do pre-show talks. I said, guys, we're going to be talking about dating dynamics. We're going to talk about culture. We're going to be talking about traveling. I'm a gentleman's host. I'm not into Jerry Springer stuff. I'm not into kicking girls out. That's not my style. Uh, that's the way I run this live. So they already knew under their impression what was going on. The reason why things went south is because they were looking at the comments and they felt a certain type of way. They're not used to seeing those type of content, type of comments, right? But that was my fault, and I'll take accountability. I should have prepped them like, hey, listen, don't look at the comments. That's a lesson learned. But the reason why I don't prep them for that is because my audience already are prepped, right? They know how to treat my guests because I want to keep bringing them back. I have repeated guests. I have multiple times I had girls come on multiple times. So, um, for Floyd's chat, I just wasn't used to that. So that's just something that we're gonna move forward amicably. And then I don't know. Some people was like dirty macking. I think people use that wrong. They use that in the wrong context. I told Floyd, I was like, yo, this is for you. I bust my ass 3-4 days to recruit these girls. I had 30 confirmations, people flaking. I had to slot girls in and out. Like anybody that know that deal with women, they know that they could be flaky. They know that they cancel or they make up excuses or whatever the case may be. So I put a lot of work into this. So why would I put all this work in to step on his toes? I told Floyd, this is for you, bro. I'm doing this for you. How can I bring value to this space? And one of my skill sets is bringing on talents and talking to them. So for the future, I would like to do it, but we're going to have to be more strategic about how we do it.
So let me bring in another guest really quick. OMFG, I see you back there in the back. Okay, you hear me talking to him. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, my G?
How you doing?
Yo, I'm chilling, bro. I just had to tell you, bro, no, on some no bullshit, you changed my life this year, swear to God.
Really, how is that? Thank you for saying that. How is that?
Nah, cause in America there's like a certain type of, niggas out here. They'll be like, yo, you either a gangbanger or you're like a Carlton type, and I don't fit in neither of those kind of categories, you know what I'm saying? So like, and a lot of shit happened to me this year. So I was just like, damn, I'm trying to travel. And then I seen you doing it. And low key, you got my whole setup is getting ready because of you off this YouTube shit. Because a lot of people tell me I'm like a funny person and I need to be on this. I respect you. You do this shit every week and type shit. I be like, my God. I cannot do this shit. Like I'm gonna
Hey,
do it, but just not nearly enough as much as you. I just can't. I respect it though. You're thugging out, especially with that yerbird drink. I'd be like, this man's on crack. Scott love this shit.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you had to be ready for criticism too, because as you can see in my own chat right here, we got some smoke coming for basically everybody on the panel right now.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'd be like, damn. I thought everyone was on this shit like me. Like, yo, let's try and get it. Let's get some money. Let's see some hoes. Let's see some places. But these guys is like, yo, I don't even get it. Like, these be hating. I'd be like, yo, wow. You guys need to chill out. Like, what did he say? Did he hurt you? What feelings did he hurt? Did he step on your crack and break your mother's back? Like, what the fuck? Like, got
Yeah,
both my slime dick. Like, he chilling, you vibing. They just be like, oh, what type of black guy? Like, what the fuck? He black. He's just out here getting bitches. Like, what are you talking about? You guys is weird. You weirdos. They'd be like, oh, you don't got dreads, so you're a piece of shit. Oh, your fades are always clean. They'd be like, what the fuck? Does he take care of himself? Wash your ass. Get a haircut. That's what he says. Get a haircut, wash your ass. Yo, get better shirts, no, not hurting your swag, Floyd. I respect it. You love the red tee. I ain't gonna jack you on that shit.
And
But
man, the red team's where it's at.
you know what I'm saying? You're thugging it out. I don't know no reservations. I just got onto this shit. I would like to, I ain't seen no channels. I say truly fuck red pill. I can't stand that topic. I had to stop talking about a bitch because of this topic. And she was just like, oh, all the girls in the world are getting killed and all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? All you do is stay at home all day. Yeah, shit. But yeah, not to drag on. I respect it. I just wanted to be part of the panel, like listen to discussions, input a little. I was commenting a little. I was trying to get a consultation. That sort of guy. I was like, how do you find you guys? Like, how do you talk to you guys?
Oh yeah, Austin Holloman at Gmail. It's scrolling right there at the bottom. But
Oh, I got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm gonna touch on one more topic here with them too, real quick.
Copy.
All right, appreciate it, man. Good luck.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all said he was back there smoking.
Yeah.
Okay. So I damn near lost my train of thought of what I was about to say. Floyd, give me a topic to touch on really quick.
Let's talk about, is being American a plus overseas? Do women in foreign countries care that you're American? Does it give you a foot in the door? That's something I do want to talk about. Can we talk about that? Or is that a no-go?
Put a one in the chat if you think being an American is a plus overseas, and each person on the panel will discuss it really quick.
That's got a whole bunch of ones in there. Dude says 0, 1s, all a bunch of ones. A bunch of ones. All right. We got a bunch of ones. Can I give my take first, or do you want to go, Austin?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hear yours.
So here's the thing about being American, the US dollar. Now, we all know that the reason why the United States have tighter restrictions is because when you go to the United States, you literally level up just by working a job, right? If you work and you do it right, you can make so much money in US dollar. And a lot of people, when they, like a lot of women, they want to come to the United, they capping when they say they don't. But the only real reason why you want to come to the United States is to make money, right? And we can talk about BRICS and all that stuff, but in reality is the US will always stay strong. They're not gonna fall. So when you come overseas as an American, you could be ugly, right? But if you dress right, if you're clean, and you start speaking English, because that's how I get them. I speak that English. And I'd be like, my name is Floyd. I'm new here. I'm American. I'm from Houston, Texas. Right? And they love that. They love it because that's opportunity. You're rare. So if I go out with this guy, this man's gonna be able to go to a nice restaurant. He lives in a nice spot. You know, there's no offense, but there are certain things that Americans can do easier than the actual locals because we have the US dollar. Even in countries where the US dollar is their main currency, they're not getting a lot of it. So when you got Americans that's making like 5,000 a month, or they work remotely making 3 to 4 grand a month, that's a lot of money. You know, and if you manage it right, you can live a king lifestyle overseas. So a lot of women, they say they don't want an American. I'm calling cap. I'm cap. I'm calling cap. Go ahead.
Okay, Floyd, let me interrupt you. So we can see that you think being an American is a big plus, which I would agree it is a plus. But on the severity of how much of a plus it is, we'll get to that. And since I've been to a few countries, I would tell you what it was like in a few of those countries and what plus it brought. What else do these women want besides American? What else? Let me see what you know. What else do they want, Floyd?
Well, they want a stable, committed man. They don't want weekend warriors or holiday warriors, as you may call it. You know, they actually want something real. And that's where if you decide to live in like Brazil, or if you live in the Philippines or Thailand, you might get something real. But if you're just a weekend warrior American, they may not take you as seriously. They still might mess with you, but don't expect them to stick around. They also want you to learn their language. So if you don't know their language, you're going to lose a lot of the time. But as I said before, in America, you might lose for 3 to 4 months or a year or 2 years. While overseas, you might lose for a couple of days and then you're back in there. You know what I mean? So there's a difference. So yeah, I don't know much, but I'm pretty sure you're going to explain to me, Austin, what you know. So go ahead.
Okay, but no reservations has been to some places I haven't been to. So I know you've been to some of the more expensive countries, places with higher GDPs. Like you say, you've been to Norway, Australia, Sweden, Germany. What benefit did you get out of having an American citizenship in another first world country?
Yeah, so I started off like I'll say about 10 years ago, and that's what I started off with. I went to Australia, Scandinavia. So at the time, I was doing corporate architecture, so I didn't really look at it as it was expensive. I just thought it was normal. But I'm not gonna lie, I did spend like $2,000 in a couple. I'll say about 4 days, because if you take a taxi in Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, anywhere else in the world, like it'll be $5 and you can go a mile. But if you do a mile in Norway, you spending $50 to $100 easy. But the way I was thinking, because I started off doing those expensive countries, I thought that was normal, because I didn't know about Brazil, because the way media portrayed it. But the dollar, our dollar was still strong. So when I was going over there, it just felt normal to me. But looking back, now I've been to Brazil, now I've been to Mexico, now I've been to other countries, Belize. I'm like, God damn, I spent a lot of money, man, in Norway, because I was frequent out there often.
Let me
So
let me stop you really quick. Hold on 1 second. Joshua says that's for people that have zero game. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yes, when it comes to being just strictly dependent on Americans, yes. Dr. Oz says Floyd's viewers view him as a joke. That's why they behave the way. No respect, just the truth. I would agree, and I was talking about that on the phone earlier. Now, but when it came to dating, what benefit do you think you got out of being in first world countries?
I'll just say, like, as far as like Scandinavia and Australia, the American has a big influence culturally. They look at like BET, they look at our movies, they look at our media, And the way I carried myself, it was more like a R&B chrono type, leather jackets. So if someone saw me, they'd be like, "Oh, he's not an athlete. He might be a singer." I really had girls come up to me, "Oh, you a singer?" Or um, and because the way black men are portrayed in media, we are sexualized. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be played in our favor, or it could not be played in our favor. Or black men are portrayed as very masculine, or we are stoic. I mean, these are all positive stereotypes, but then you got the negative stereotypes. So when you go over there, they already have this preconceived notion of who you are, and that may work in your favor depending on who the girl is. And you'll find out quick, like in 5 minutes after you talk to her, because she's gonna be like, "Where you from?" You Austin. You be like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." So she's gonna run through a Rolodex in her mind of like, "Oh, what movie did I watch where it was like black folks in Texas?" If you say some New York, "Oh, 50 Cent." Oh, I love 50 Cent. So the media plays a big part as far as like going to first world countries like Australia. It could work in your favor, or it cannot work in your favor.
Okay, so you feel it worked in your favor more often than usual.
Yeah, more often than usual. I mean, it's not like when I first started traveling, it wasn't like I was going here to look for a traditional wife. It was just like, hey, I live in New York, in Manhattan, and you meet so many people. It's a melting pot of people. So you meet so many people from different backgrounds. And I was very curious as a creator, as an architect. I had a curious mind. And I'm like, yo, I like the way they get down. Let me go check out their country. So I will go check out Norway. I will go check out Sweden or Australia or Belize or whatever the case may be. So what I noticed is that our phenotype is much different. You can go to Mexico and Mexican guys will come up to you and be like, "Oh, Black Panther," because we're just built different. You know what I mean? Like our food, our processed foods, our genetic phenotype is so different from what they're used to. You know what I mean? Like just forget about just being American. Like being an American black person, like the figure, our stature is quite different from somebody that's Norwegian, right? And then if you want to go into like social engineering, just the way a person carries themselves is different. Like you're gonna carry yourself different than a normal average Norwegian person or Norwegian guy, right?
Correct.
Um, so you got the media, you got phenotype, and then also you got to think about supply and demand, right? So before you even get to America, before you even thinking about, oh, I'm American, does somebody even look like you there? Like when you go to a homogenous place like Norway, Sweden, you're like, we're already a minority in our own country. So when you get there, you're going to be a minority. You're going to be less than 1%. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. Like before you even get to the American thing, there's a lot of things at play. But that does go into the long and short game.
Okay, so I would say out of the countries I've been to, being American in Africa opens the door for opportunists. Would you agree with that in the first world countries?
Um, I yeah. Like I've never been to Africa, but I put my pen out there and I was talking to some of the African girls, and what I noticed is that there are some girls that were asking me for money, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not. They don't even know me to ask money straight up like that. So okay, then that's when the American thing comes into play, where it's a bad thing because you don't wanna pull up to the date and back in your mind you thinking like, yo, what is she trying to get out of me, right? Like how much she trying to get out of me. You don't want to be thinking like that. You kind of want to pull up to the date like, yo, I'm gonna have a good time. So and aspect, that could be a backfire. That could backfire on you. But I've never been to Africa. But I'm just going off of my anecdotal experiences. Talking to uh, Africans on the dating apps.
Okay, and Floyd, what is the disadvantage of women liking you because of your American status?
Well, they want you to buy them, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with providing for your woman, but they want you to pay their rent. You know what I mean? Their rent be like $100, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, if you like a woman, you're gonna make sure she's good. But they expect you to do it, and it's just like, man, like, hey, can you pay my rent? I took you on today. Hey, can you pay my rent? I just met you. Maybe if you're like, but we didn't even do anything yet. We didn't even have. But what's going on with your no reservation?
So why would you want to? So Floyd, why would you want to lead or use it as one of your prioritized perks when dating abroad, being American?
Because here's the thing with me, I'm a provider type of person. Like if I like a woman and I can see a long-term relationship, I want to be the guy that provides. Because that's what women really want. And even in the United States, they want you to provide, but their standards are just way, way too high. But overseas, you get a better deal, and that's what I talk about. So you're given something regardless. You know what I mean? And if you like a woman, you're going to provide. Now, this hot dusty guy don't know what he's talking about. But if you take a girl on a date, you are pretty much providing. So you get a better deal overseas. So I could be wrong. Go ahead.
Well, let's see this. They said Floyd was giving off trick vibes. I never heard Austin mention women asking him for money, for rent money. I will say, I will agree to that. I've never had anybody ask me for rent money. I think it is the vibe because motherfuckers know they can't ask me for that. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I've been in full-blown relationships overseas, and they've never asked me for rent money. So what do you think you are doing differently to have that result? Is it because you prioritize being American? Is that why?
No, because what I do personally is if I go off, I like a girl, I take her out to a nice restaurant, or I just take her out to eat, and I really try to show my best foot. And I take her out to like places like carnivals, or take her to the beach. So pretty much I'm that guy that I want you to have a good time with me. So I try to give you my best impression first. And I think that's what's wrong with me doing that. Maybe I should stop, but it's kind of hard when you really like it, when you're into somebody, you like them and they're like into you. And it's like, damn, it's in the moment.
So I think you really like somebody. Hmm? So are you saying you really like a chick in Brazil and your instinct is to go with citizenship?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay, I don't want you to do that shit ever again.
All right. I won't do it no more.
I'll tell you why. And I'm not chastising you or nothing. When you really like a chick, you should allow her to prove herself to, especially abroad. You should allow her to make. What I'm trying to say is, she should be the one trying to prove to you why you should like her more. If you know you have a benefit already, because to be honest with you, Floyd, what you're leading with runs out fast. When you say, "Oh, he should," I've heard you, and I'm only saying this because I heard you say this on live. When you say, "Oh, the Brazilian man could be just as rich as I am, but the difference is I'm American," then what? That runs out. What? So if he has everything you have, but you're American, what's the difference? What's the difference between those two? Because you talked about providing, and you talked about him knowing the language. Well, he's Brazilian and he has just as much money. What's the difference?
Well, are we talking about reais, or are we just talking about U.S. dollars just in general?
equally as rich. He makes 100,000 US. You make 100,000 US.
I
But
guess you'd have to give.
citizenship.
Yeah,
What type
I
of
guess.
what type of women do you think that you have hovering around you when you lead with citizenship?
Um, nah, people like probably gold diggers. Honestly, I'm assuming that's where this is leading.
So you know that.
Well, I mean, I guess.
I'm just questioning you because this is content.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
dudes,
I know. I mean,
do
I
you,
just look at. I just look at it like this, though, man. You know, if you like somebody, you're gonna provide. You know, maybe I shouldn't go above and beyond. That's probably where I'm messing up at. But when you like somebody, you can go, or you can go above and beyond, and that's what I do. And I think I'm messing up doing that. But yeah, because even going on a date with that Natalia chick, you know, I was going to the beach dates, and you know how like food be costing like $10 and stuff. Well, the food costs like 30 to $40, and it's like
well,
maybe it's some.
let me ask you this too. And I know that you have had this, and I know that you can have this because I've been around you for a year now, and we spent months together at this point. Do you think you've ever been around a woman in any of these countries that love Floyd for Floyd?
Yes,
Okay, what did they love about Floyd?
they love I was honest and outgoing and fun, and that I was there when when they needed me.
You are very honest. You are very honest. You are outgoing as fuck because you've done a lot for me. You are fun. You are funny. Okay. Why are you including American citizenship when most women are attracted initially because of those qualities?
I don't know why, dude. I just think it just makes me more confident. I think it's a confidence thing, man. That's what it is.
Okay. Your confidence, I don't give a fuck if I was from fucking Belize. I'm gonna have the same confidence I have right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I constantly want to sharpen my skills where I don't have to leverage with my success or my background. You said you're funny. I've seen you attract women in Brazil and in other countries where they don't speak English just off of that. What is going wrong that is making them become because you said you think they're gold diggers.
For some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Yeah.
What's going wrong that's making them flip the switch midway?
Well, maybe I kind of withdraw back after a while. Like because the thing with me is can I say it on here? I want to be careful because I don't want to trigger anything. Once if you catch my drift, I kind of pull back. You know what I mean? Like if you know what I mean, right? Like two adults in the hotel room, catch my drift. You know what I'm talking about? Reservation?
No.
Okay. Having sex. Okay. Once I get it, because after I do it with them, my whole the attraction kind of dies.
Let me stop you there, Floyd. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but I don't want to lose these thoughts.
All right.
So what I'm hearing is, once you get some pussy, you lose interest.
But I don't lose full interest, but yeah, it kind of dies off.
So if you lose interest, why do you use American citizenship to keep them around instead of just being the original Floyd that was funny, that was able to laugh her panties off, apparently? Because that's what I do. You know, if I don't see them as wife material, whatever attract, I'm gonna behave the same way I was initially, and I'm gonna use that to keep fucking them.
Yeah. Well, the Poland chick, the Poland chick, I didn't have to do all that. She just was attracted to me, so that was a plus. But yeah, I get what you're saying though.
And that's why I said I've seen you do this without. I've seen you do this without the American citizenship. I don't know why you use that to leverage, but I've seen you do that. Okay?
Yeah.
What exactly, because here's what it comes off as, and I'm not saying I think this. Because they can see it though. When a woman sees that switch, she thinks that you're hiding something or something's missing. And that's why you went from being funny guy to I'm an American, I make X amount of dollars. This is why you should keep fucking with me.
Yeah.
I cut Floyd's hair. I cut it really good. Floyd comes back because he likes the haircut. But then I said, you know what? I'm a celebrity barber, Floyd. You should just come to me anyway. Now I'm thinking, maybe that motherfucker just did lucky that one good time. Maybe he's not the barber I thought he was. I'm telling you, that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna stop using that. I'm American. I'm gonna figure something else out.
So let me ask you this too. I've seen you on dates. I know how you talk. Apparently, you know enough to talk to get to go to a chick's house because you did it in Poland. For everybody, I've seen Floyd is not a full out trick or whatever y'all call him because I've seen him do it many times. But there's something, Floyd, that you have that you don't have. You have a problem with something about you that's making you feel like you need to switch that.
Yeah, my confidence is based on the fact that I'm American.
Floyd, why is your confidence down?
I have no clue, man. I get nervous.
Floyd, why is your confidence down, Floyd? I'm confident enough in your ass to bring you on the panel and travel to fucking 5 countries with you. Why is your confidence down?
I don't know, man. It's something I need to work on. I think it's just more of I feel like I'm not good enough. So
you go to the gym. You go to the gym. When we were together, I cut your hair. You have nice clothes. Is it that your confidence down, or you just want to fuck right now? If you just want to fuck right now, that's fine. I'm past that point. If you just want to fuck right now, that's okay because I'm not gonna say how many, but I've had a lot of women since October 16th, 2022. I've gotten all the fucking out of it.
Yeah, I'm probably just going through a phase.
You are going through a phase. So what you need to stop doing is getting online and pretending like you're not going through a phase. You see that I was going through a phase. People love to tell me, oh, Austin, I thought you were traveling overseas for love. When the fuck did I say that? I was traveling overseas to live my life and grow up and mature. Now I'm going into the next phase of my life. There's nothing wrong with going through phases. Everybody did not grow up at the same rate. So right now, let's make this clear. You are in a phase right now where you just want to fuck as many women as you can. There's nothing against the law about that. That's not sex tourism. That's just male nature. Your body is made to impregnate fucking 50 women. You can bust 20 nuts a day and get 20 women pregnant. That is normal for a man to want to have that much sex. Yes. That is normal. Your body was designed to do that. There's nothing wrong with going through that phase. You are in that phase, correct?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm more of like trying to find. I have options. I'm trying to find options. So, yeah, I would. That's what
you just want to fuck with a bunch of different women from different nationalities, like me.
Yeah. I guess I am going through. I'm going through. I'm going through that.
I'm not on the same shit.
Yeah, I'm going through that particular phase at this moment, but I'm still keeping my options open to find the right one.
That's fine though, but at some point, you'll get out of that phase. but don't get your fucking incel chat that talk shit about me, thinking that you are looking for the one right now, when really you were inspired by my content.
Yes, I was.
What I said in Dallas was you cannot gain the experience in Dallas because it's so hard to date there. Meaning that when I left, my intent was to gain experience. You just seen me post on the other day, I'm ready to start attracting grown women. That means I've gained the experience of fucking them ratchet ass club hoes, right?
Yeah.
So that's what you fuck with ratchet hoes too, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So you said you like white women, right?
Of course.
You are gaining experience to figure out that might not be the best option for you.
You're
That's
right.
okay. But that's the phase that you're going through.
Yeah.
So there's no need for you to leave it. You don't what I don't need no American citizenship to get no pussy nowhere. Why would I leverage with that? I'm gonna leverage with some charisma and some damn haircut in these gym games and this goddamn tan I got going on right now. That's what I'm leveraging with. Do the same shit. You living your own life. People are watching us living vicariously through us. There's men that are double your age, probably fuck around, be triple your age, that are watching that wish that they could do what you're doing. They are paying attention to my journey and your journey to watch both of us grow up online in front of the camera, which comes with criticism, which
Of
means
course.
that you not have to follow, which means just some criticism is constructive criticism, but that does not mean you have to follow that criticism to a T. People told me to settle down with Kesa. She's a wife. I'm gonna let you know that motherfucker was not a wife. You do not have to take you need to live your life the way how you want it right now.
You got that. You right, man. I do got to live my life how I want to live it. And that's exactly what I've been doing, and I'm gonna continue to do it.
Now let me hold on. Let me stop this. Anonymous says he doesn't want to sleep around. Bullshit. Floyd, I'm not gonna put your business out there, but I know you.
Yeah.
I've hung around you on a daily basis, Floyd. You want pussy just like any other man watching this live stream. Now, you may want a chick that you can call your girlfriend that you can take out to eat. Floyd, are you interested in sleeping with one woman for the next 6 months?
Of course. It's
Bullshit.
hard being lonely, man. You know how hard it is being lonely sometimes.
I'm not even like that right now. Now, I'm not trying to smash everything in sight like I was when I first got to Brazil. You know, I done raised my standards up. But Floyd, one every 6 months, are you being for real? You know, you probably just
3 months, 3 months. Maybe has one for 3 months, but there's diseases out here, man.
Floyd, let's try 3 hours. I know you.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to No Reservations or anybody in this chat or anybody in the back. You need to take advice, but do what you want. Be Floyd. Floyd does not need to overcompensate. If Floyd gets his confidence off of being an American, which is something to be confident about, okay, you don't need to say that. Okay, I'm confident enough. You first of all, you know how many chicks I fucked off of this YouTube shit?
Probably a lot.
I was telling no reservations on the phone earlier on the group chat. There's chicks that barely pay me any attention recently. And I said, "Oh, here's my Instagram." They go to my YouTube, find out. They're like, "When are you coming back to town? We're gonna stay together." I didn't have to brag about that. I didn't tell them I was an influencer. When chicks ask me what I'm doing, I tell them I work in media. I'm a journalist. I'm a fucking journalist. I don't say, "Oh, I got 80,000 subscribers. People know me worldwide." That's true. I don't say that. If it's true, you don't have to speak on it. Jay-Z doesn't have to walk into a room and tell everybody he's Jay-Z. Motherfuckers know that. So, what are you gonna lead with from now on?
Well, I'm a funny guy. I'm outgoing, and that's pretty much really it. I'm
Floyd,
very funny.
Do you have to tell me that you're funny?
No.
You sure as in hell don't. So why would you tell a chick financial reasons why she should date you?
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. You're right.
Oh, it sure as in hell is, because I can guarantee you any chick that's sticking around you right now based off of that is a motherfucker that's gonna take you. You might as well not have no citizenship when she get through with you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's why I'm gonna figure it out. I'm just gonna be myself, talk to them, get the vibe, and just go from there.
Yeah, you sweet sushi Floyd. That's who you are.
Oh man, that's funny.
Okay, so we're gonna bring another guy in from the back.
Yo, Austin, I got a live at 7.
Okay.
In an
What
hour.
time is
So
it there? Oh, in an hour. Okay, well,
yeah,
I'll stay on here maybe another hour or so because I got a date here in a minute.
yeah, it's with Kings. I got a date night with him. Pause. Not with him. But he's gonna be also there.
I think I might tune into that. I might tap in.
Yeah, it's something small, something light. It might just be me and him just chopping it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. This is a good stream, man. Good conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll talk on the back end, man. I'll hit you up.
Y'all take it easy.
So
You too, man. Stay safe.
Peace.
Here's another thing. Floyd, you have the lifestyle, and I know you do, to fly these women wherever they want to go, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. You don't have to say that. I told you to build your Instagram. When chicks go to my Instagram, that's the vibe they get. They say this motherfucker have been to 18 countries this year. He been to Uruguay, Paraguay, and Argentina in 3 weeks. I don't have to say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that Instagram and get that built. Gotta show more.
Listen, I've been telling you this.
I've been doing daily vlogs now. I've been putting my vlogs out.
Floyd, we've been to Brazil. I know you've been to Manaus, Rio, Fortaleza, Recife, Salvador, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, Phuket, 3 cities in the Philippines, Poland, Romania, 2 cities in Poland, and none of that is on your Instagram.
Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know that. You're right. I gotta get.
So that's why you left. That's why you got to tell them that.
Yeah, I gotta put it on my Instagram.
We live in 2023 now. I didn't know this 2 years ago. Well, I knew it. I didn't want to believe it. You really have to do that. These chicks really judge you off your social media. That's why when I was a barber, when I gave chicks my Instagram in Dallas, that was the end of the story. it's not the end of the story no more.
Yeah, you're right, man. But you got a new chapter in your life, man. Traveling the globe. Traveling the globe. Next place will be Africa. We're going to do all sorts of Instagram building. I'm going to be doing Instagram building on that.
How you doing, Floyd?
I'm doing all right, man. Just living life, talking to my buddy, trying to get things settled, stuff like that.
Yeah, I wanted to come up here and talk to you because when Austin was talking,
What's going on?
Hey, Austin, how you doing, brother?
Good to you. I can barely hear you though.
You can't? Hold on, 1 second. I have a mic right here. Hold on. You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. When I'm usually I talk to you on Twitter, and yeah. So Floyd, I wanted to tell you that when you were talking about using your American citizenship as a carrot or maybe a worm to get the fish, that it sounded like, I'm not saying you have this, but it sounded like you have imposter complex. And I know that very well. When I used to work in corporate America back in 09, 08, I used to be surrounded with none of white men and some white women. So I had to talk like them, do as they do, and even push on a certain type of persona so I can be accepted or maybe get to where I need to get to. You know what I mean? So it was but at the same time, as soon as I leave work, my stress level, my anxiety was up. I didn't feel confident. And someone told me, you sound like you have imposter complex and you don't feel like you deserve to be there. Deep down, you don't feel like you deserve to be there. It took me a while, even after leaving the company, to work on and get rid of the imposter complex. I'm 41. It took me most of my 30s, most of my early 20s, my late 20s, early 30s to get rid of imposter complex. Now it's, you fuck with me if you fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, oh well. You're not going to see me putting on the front, putting on airs. I'm going to be who I am. But also what I liked what Austin said was that you don't need to say, oh, I'm an American, et cetera, et cetera. You're an American just to better fact the way you're talking and the way you're addressing people, and because it's a totally different vibe. It's a totally different vibe. I'm Haitian descent. When I used to go back to Haiti. I lived there for 1 year as a kid, but I went back there for my father's funeral. They knew I was American. They didn't see me as Haitian. They knew I was American. Just the way I dressed, the way I walked, the way I said things, even when I spoke to them in Creole. I sounded like an American talking Creole. You don't need to put on airs, bro. You're a grown man. You're a grown man. Don't be afraid for people to laugh at you. That's one. Get rid of that. Don't be afraid of people to laugh at you. Don't little kids laugh at you. Think of it as being adorable and always be cool about it. That's one thing I want you to get used to. If people may snicker or whatever, let them. Entertain them. They'll see you as wholesome. That you don't take yourself too seriously. That's two. And the third, if you probably don't realize it, but sometimes you got to get rid of. We have something called American arrogance. It's when we think we know everything. When we think we know everything, we got to get rid of that. When we're in someone else's country, ask questions. You actually endear yourself to people when you ask questions. When you say, hey, can we hang out later? I'd like to know more about this and that. And you know what I mean? It's also a great way to meet women. My cousin in Germany was meeting German women left and right because he just wanted to know more about Germany. That's how he was getting women. He just wanted to know more, but it was true. He wanted to know more about Germany, so he asked German women. And German women saw how adorable he was and how new to things. And also, when you're on a date, that's one thing he told me. When you're on a date, be the one to ask questions. Lead the conversation by asking questions about her family, about her life in this society. That's gonna, trust me, 2 hours is gonna fly by fast. I'll lay my plane right there, man.
Let me touch on these super chats really quick. Pajama Llama said the ever been with a celebrity question was awkward, and some of those Brazilian women on the panel were vain and disrespectful. I'll go check it out. We have mixed reviews on that, but yeah, Floyd gives off a father vibe, and that's why they ask for money. While Austin gives off a hit it and quit it vibe, that's why they don't ask for money. They asked me for money, just they didn't ask me for no rent money. That's extreme. Appreciate the super chat. Joshua Benjamin said Austin is a real G. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, I'm trying to get into Floyd's head. I've been trying to get into his head for about 30 years now. Jojo, fellow Haitian brother, thank you very much for the super chat. So let's go ahead and let James speak. What's going on?
What's going on, Austin, man?
How you doing?
Out there in Paraguay, man. Liking the photos, liking the videos you got up there, man. Those girls do look good.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know about it, and I heard what you said. The first thing I said to myself is, what they were saying when you were in Brazil earlier, that was like, look, man, them white and European looking women, man. If as soon as he starts seeing the foreign ones, he's gonna be open. He's gonna be more open to all of them, man. And you damn sure was. I knew it. All good though. If the girls look good, she look good. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, an attractive woman is an attractive woman. But Floyd, I got a lot of love for you, man. And so I'll say this right here. If a girl thinks she can get something from you, she's gonna try to get it from you. So if a girl is asking you for money, it doesn't mean that she thinks less of you. It just means she believes that she can get it from you. Doesn't mean you're less of a man or you're beneath anybody. You're not. Because if you think you are, you will be. That mind stuff is a trip. As soon as you start defeating yourself, even 1%, you're just going to start going lower and lower. And every time someone comes in a room, it seems like they have their stuff together and they're more control and they're comfortable in their own skin. You will be intimidated by them because you made yourself intimidated by them. And if you start allowing yourself to be intimidated by just a couple people, you'll be intimidated by everybody, which means you will never be able to just open up and be yourself. Like if you have a natural funniness to you, when women like you and women are having fun, doesn't matter what caliber she is. It doesn't matter if she's looking a 20 or if a girl's that's 5. Whatever you are, they're going to treat you like that. The reason why people think that these caliber of women come at them differently is because they're actually giving off a vibe to that girl and she's reacting to it. Women they're not really different. It's just that the world, the opportunities that come into their territory comes at them differently. Like if you guys ever been to Vegas or, you see the VIP girls, I always like to say the VIP girls because they're usually the hottest women in that area, in that location, because the nightclubs are good at that. If a hotter girl comes into that nightclub, it's gonna be like, well, I'll pay you more than her. You come. The hottest girls ends up working VIPs at a lot of these cities. So these caliber of women, a lot of dudes come in there and they think, oh, I can't get hers. And they don't really pay them any mind. They just stay with these level of women. Mm-hmm. Like you're saying, you've been with these caliber of women and you don't want them, you just want them to leave because you just keep going for those kind of women. The women that you're going for, the women you've been getting for, your mind is telling you that just go, these are the girls that are for you because these are the girls you've been getting it from. They just keep giving you what you've been going for. You went out to acquire something and you get it from that girl. Therefore, you're going to keep going for the girl. There's a caliber of women you just out of sight, out of mind. You're just paying them mind. It's like, those women I never get anything from, so I don't even know how amazing it is to be with them. So I just don't even want to just focus on them women. And realizing that if you were this funny dude, and I'm going to tell you some quick stuff. If you're a funny dude, you're interesting, you don't really care that she looks like the most beautiful woman in the world. You don't care. You're just being you. Everyone's treated exactly the same. Funny hair, cool hair, comfortable hair. Where you out here for? Oh man, I've been traveling the world and I heard some stuff I read a book on this area, and I heard this really interesting his story about a guy who went there, and it just really inspired me. So I want to come out and then put a little funny in there. It's like, she's yours. False. She's yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I'm gonna do my best to be more of myself, man.
Be goofy.
You know,
I don't mean to cut. I gotta finish this one. I respect you. You know that. You know it. Every time I come here, you know I respect you, man. I got mad love for you, bro. This is something that's solid. Treat everybody the same. Treat them all the same. Have you ever been in a company with a fat, unattractive woman?
Yep.
How do you be around them? Next time you're around a girl like that, pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to yourself. Notice how you're moving, and then think about what you just did. The way you walk with her, think about it, and just like, I'm reeling this, and remember that. And I'm like, this is you. And when you're around women of that caliber and you're still like that, she's going to be like, it's going to take them back. And it's going to be like, and there's women that caliber, they be like, he's interesting. I can't knock him off his game. I can't. And they'll try and try and try. Still being you, still being a funny, interesting you, constantly. And they'll just date you. Proof of that, I've seen men. They're not rich. They're not famous. They're just regular dudes. They're interesting. They're smelling good and they're clean. And they stink like shit. But their women are unfucking believable. I've been all over the country. I've been all over the world. I've been in a company of men of all calibers. And I've seen this. I was in, matter of fact, during last Super Bowl, I was up in Phoenix. I went to this guy. He had money. It was a $16 million house. I mean, excuse me, not 16, $6 million house. Big, nice house. But he looked like this old, fugly, just, cool dude. Mad cool. He does have money. That is a step up, but there's a whole lot of dudes in Phoenix that got money like that. I was living out there. That's why I went back. I was some people's out there. So I went back. I didn't see him for Super Bowl weekend because it was out there. There's a lot of dudes out there with money. A lot. Okay, there's a lot of dudes out there with money. So and he was sitting there like chilling with me, like, just talking with me, because I like Ubered for one of them. They gave me like $200 when we left the downtown area and went back with him. And I ended up chilling with him. I said, why don't you come with us? I ended up chilling with him. That's how I ended up over there. And I just thought, it's like, man, he's just got money and everything, whatever. And he was just leaning over, just talking with me and stuff like that, and it was just saying like, I was with this girl, this girl, and the caliber of women in there were like literally top notch from Playboy. That's the kind of women that were there. That's just what it was. And he was pointing out and banged like at least 4 of them, but his tone was a little loud. They fucking heard him. They heard him say that. So there was no rebuttal. It was a little low, but they heard what he was saying. They didn't rebuttal it. They would look over there, wave at him, whatever. So he was telling the truth. And some of them were with their boyfriends. So it was his personality, and everybody out there likes him. He comes out here in Vegas sometimes. I'm kicking it up with him, you know what I'm saying? Watching the games, he just kicks back like a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? But he has a caliber. He has a aura about him that attracts people, and they like it. And what do I do when I'm around dudes like that? Number one, never hate. This is why you shouldn't hate. I pay attention. I pick it up. Everybody I meet, everybody I know. I don't care who you are. Younger than me, older than me. I'm picking it up. I'm getting it in there. I'm learning. I humbled myself a long time ago. When I was way younger than Austin, I humbled myself. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that there's just a way to be. And if you're not like that, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to be in a comfortable environment. If you keep seeking approval from people, you will demote yourself more and more and more and more. I work HR for the government. So, my man, Black, what you were saying about corporate America, one thing I do know is, I'm not trying to challenge what you were saying, but you do have to fit in. The corporate America that I know about, you better fit in.
You got no choice.
You got no choice. You better fit in and you better conform, because they're watching you and they want to know if you want to be a company man or you're not moving up.
We're not moving
Because
up.
you think about the owner. This is my territory, my grounds, my land. I want everybody to fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
You're not falling in line, you're gonna stay over there answering phones. I'm not gonna fire you.
Man,
But you ain't getting no office next to me.
Yeah, my only entry was sports. Talking sports with the guys, with
Right.
The
What were you doing?
No, just regular cubicle office job, data entry. But then I moved up into I forgot the last year before I left. I was working closely with the manager, with the middle management. And that's when I started to really, try to break in. And I was trying to get in, be the inside, join the inside club.
What are you doing now? Same you. So you moved up, right? So what are you doing now? Like,
no, actually, I had visual problems. I became legally blind, and then I had to get surgery. I had to wait for 10 years to get the surgery done. And now I'm making my way. But I made money right now. I made a lot of money over crypto. A lot of money over crypto. Yeah. So right now I'm trying to get into maybe travel a little bit, see the world a little bit before I make my way back into corporate America. But I'm not really excited about going back. I'm not really.
I feel you. Hey, Floyd, where you at right now? Austin, you out there with? Where you at?
I'm in Fort Laser right now. I'm in Brazil.
Oh, you in Brazil?
Yeah, but I'll be heading to Paraguay after Manaus.
Paraguay and Uruguay are very different.
Paraguay, yeah.
They're different. Yeah, they're different. They're real different. How you think you're gonna fare out there, man?
I think I'm gonna fare pretty well. It's about how you present yourself. That's what it is. I'm gonna take it slower. I'm gonna be more patient, and I'm just going to enjoy the environment and the food and the culture, man. I'm gonna do a whole lot of enjoying the environment, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Could you give me the description of the most beautiful, out of reach woman you've ever crossed in your whole life?
Out of reach?
Since you were 20 years old. The woman, another out of reach was mean. She just looks like a woman. She's just so much. It's just, she's just, I got to be on Superman level to get her. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There was a girl in the States. There was a girl in the States named Alexandria that I've been trying to get. I was trying to get. I kind of gave up on her a long time ago, but she was like pretty. She like a nerdy type woman. Her body was right. She had a nice. Her. Can I say it on this panel, Austin, or no?
Well, hold up. But wait. Well, I'm talking about like. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've been in the clubs and you've seen VIP women that look better than that, though, right?
No, at that point in time, I didn't really go to clubs like that. I don't like going to clubs, to be honest.
I always use that as a reference because everyone can relate to it. But I'm talking about just like breathtaking.
Oh, I've seen women that are better looking than her, but that's not really what I wanted. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just what I'm trying to get. Well, I'm not gonna ask you to describe. It's like you cross women of that caliber. Can you kind of give me insight of what was you thinking when you crossed women of that caliber?
Oh, I got nervous. Really, you got nervous,
right?
Extremely nervous.
What do you think would happen if you got on your game somehow? Because there's moments that in a dude's life where for some strange reason your confidence is through the roof and your game is just tight. That happens in a man's life. It's one of those moments. We can't really understand it, but it does happen.
For me, it was my mid-20s.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. But what do you think would happen if you had that and you got this girl?
Oh man, my confidence would go through the roof. I'm assuming
you got her. You're literally, it's morning time. You woke up. She's there. Done deal. Time of your life. What do you do? How do you think you will go about dealing with that?
Just spend time with her and see what she likes and get to know her.
Would you try to make something happen? Do you think you would have that feeling of the girl that you're thinking of? I just want to go to the next one.
It would have to depend on her personality trait. Like if she on bougie,
right. She's got that. That's good. She's personality right.
Okay, if she had the personality skill, like what I wanted, yeah, I probably would settle down because I'm not gonna find nobody like that, you know.
Right. So in other words, I'm talking about you wake up in the morning, having spent the night with the girl.
Yeah.
That girl that you the kind of I know you can imagine a girl that you saw and it was like, Jesus Christ, you got her. Now, two things. Do you believe you can attain a woman like that? And do you believe it's worth it to put effort to get a girl like that? Whatever changes you got to make, whatever you got to do, the gym, whatever, some stuff you and Austin talk about make whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do you believe that you should just literally say, forget all the bullshit, strive for that?
Yeah. I mean, it's worth the change. So, yeah.
That's the move I'm hoping I'll see you to make. That's what I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen these women. I've seen caliber of women that I could not believe are real. Because I've been so many places. I don't really need to talk about other places. I live in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I live in Las Vegas. I was just at Fontainebleau, the brand new one that just opened up today. And there was women that were, I didn't bring my phone with me. That's why I literally was there and I came back because I forgot my phone. Anyway, the things I do. And there was women there that were like in the front row that were going to be, a lot of celebrities and multi-billionaires that are coming in to eat and join the festivities of it opening up. I'm about to go back out there. And the women that were there, they was just working girls. I couldn't believe it. And there's men that are regular dudes that just bang girls like that. It hit it.
When I was working in corporate America, there were guys, the higher management guys, executives, who were making maybe over 100K, whatever, and they had working girls on payroll. They had, maybe, I don't know. I was just pocket checking nobody. They had working girls on payroll. They told me that. I've seen them company functions. They had escorts with them. It wasn't a big deal.
Where were you working?
Fidelity Bar.
Fidelity Bar. Damn, they let you know that?
Company, we went to strip clubs. It was like the boiler room down there, man.
Sounds like Wall Street, man.
Yeah, it was like the boiler room. Remember seeing the movie The Boiler Room?
Yeah, I wasn't literally working on Wall Street, but I was working in a contractor that booked flights and vacations for a lot of these Wall Street guys. And you're definitely right. They do live like that. They do entertain themselves like that. So if you lived in that kind of scene, man, you must have done some shit.
Dude, we were going to strip birthday parties. We went to strip clubs. We smoked L outside the parking lot in the limo for one of the for a big guy coming to open an account with us. Dude, I mean, we even had fist fights. We had fist fights in the parking lot over deals. Like literally, man, I was fighting. We do Guidos, N-words, all types of dudes, just hood dudes with suits on.
Hey, let me, Sigma, I got to wrap up this live stream really quick. I got to head out. I appreciate y'all calling in. Let me read the last two super chats really quick. Nothing is wrong with paying for play, but you could have stayed in Houston instead of going Wayne to Brazil to pay for average-looking chicks. James, you sell cars for a living. Would you please shut up?
Whatever, motherfucker.
Hey, I appreciate y'all calling in, Floyd. I appreciate you listening to the constructive criticism today. I appreciate James and Sigma and everybody else that called in for contributing to the show. I will be back probably tomorrow or Saturday.
All right, man. Stay up, guys. I'm heading out.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'll probably go live myself, but head up. Talk to you later, buddy.
All right.